Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Jets coming in at 5-10, going up against the Bills, who come in at 5-10.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford, we are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And an alley to run. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second down following the run.
Strong left, strong left. Man, I got you.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Here's Peterman. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Hey, watch the right, watch the right. I got you. Hurry up, here we go. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59, Mike the 59.
Out of the gun, Peterman. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. All right, here we go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So third and medium here, 3rd and 5.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. All right, here we go. 3 down, 3 down.
Again, it's Peterman. He hits White, complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Double tight, double tight. Hey, guys, check it out. Hurry up, here we go. 319.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Double tight, double tight. Double tight. Set. 319. Got 3. 3 down. 319.
On second down, here's Peterman. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short.
Here we go now. 3-19. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Right. He's tied right here. He's tied on the right. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
Throwing now, Peterman on first down. Left side caught by Matthews. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jordan Matthews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Two times. Flex round. Let's go. Red 38. Hey, we are Ohio. Come on, let's go.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Come on, let's go. Flex round.
Kaiser now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Strong right. Let's go. Flex round.
Here's Kaiser. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
2nd down, Peterman. And his throw here's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Defense showing blitz. On 3rd down, Peterman. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. The play clock's running down. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Alert 3!
Kaiser on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
Double tight, double tight. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They snap it at 1. Now it's Peterman. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, and the Redskins there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And now a first down following that long gain.
Hurry up, here we go! 319!
To throw is Peterman. It's a short one here, right around the 47 this time. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Tight end right, tight end right. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Off the play fake. Here's Peterman. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. He's coming. Watch him now, Barney.
To throw again is Peterman. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Matt Milano leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass.
Here we go.
Kaiser now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Here we go now.
After the interception, here's Peterman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Following the interception, Kaiser. Anunwa's got it, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Here we go. What? 90. 4 down. Flex round.
Third and short yardage, Kaiser. And he's got Anunwa. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
A first down throw for Kaiser. This one complete to Smallwood. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Come on, let's go. What? 90. Got 4 down. What? 90. Ohio. Slam. Flex round.
Again, it's Kaiser. Got an open man. It's Anunwa. And he'll go down at the 28. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Red 38. Red 38. Check. 4 down. Motion. Reset.
On first and 10, Kaiser. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And on second and 10 now.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Come on, let's go. Red 38. 4 down. Red.
To the air again, Kaiser. A dump off to Smallwood. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Kaiser yet again. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. 5. And oh, he will not get in. Took it all the way back inside the 5. But in the end, an exercise in futility. Doesn't get to the promised land.
So when the rules committee decided to put some excitement into the PAT, or the extra point, this is what they were talking about. Blocked, returned, nearly for 2 points, but great hustle and a big-time tackle prevented that.
That's what I was just going to say. Excellent hustle to stay with it after the block and make that tackle. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey. All right, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Hurry up, here we go. Gone.
2nd and 10 now. Peterman. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
First down, Kaiser. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Strong right. Ohio. Let's go. Ohio. Hey, Ohio. Hey, Ohio. Got 4.
They give to Smallwood. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's go. Red 38. Got 4.
In motion, a noon one.
Ohio. Win the rep. Let's go right here.
They run again on first down with Smallwood. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Let's go.
Now Kaiser. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Flex round. Ohio. Come on. Flex round. Flex round. Watch out. Big
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And this one is right through. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Bills getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And for the third time here in this half, and the ball is knocked out. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Double tight. 4 down. Blue 90. Mike, check. 59.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Justin Ellis breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. On second down, here's Peterman. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Peterman to throw, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And now out come the Jets. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Double tight.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Let's go. Hey. 4 down.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Red 38.
Kaiser to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Tight end left. Here we go. Hey, we got 4 down.
Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. And this is incomplete. Will Tye the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. We got 4. Ohio. Check 3. Flex round. Check 99.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Kaiser. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Ohio. Let's go. Red 38.
Time running out here on the play clock.
Bang.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Let's go. What? Ohio. We need that penetration, D-line. Let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Come on, let's pump it up, baby. Pump it up. Let's get loud, baby.
3rd and long for Kaiser. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the...
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Second down, Peterman. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
All right, now, look at 56.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Third and long, it's Peterman. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him a gain of 38.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Two times. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Let's go. Turn it up, baby. Turn it up. Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Peterman. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
All right, here we go. Butch, you got to get the point. Get on the point right here.
From the gun, it's Peterman. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. New York set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Tight end right. Let's go. What? Four down. Check. Four down. Flex round.
Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Here we go.
Hey,
Grand 38. Ohio. Here we go.
Kaiser now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Let's go. Grand. Ohio.
Hey, hey, hey,
Ohio.
hey. Four down, four down, four
Flex
down.
round. Ohio. Ohio.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Shaq Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, very little issue in that one for the Redskins, opening their lead a bit further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Peterman steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Man left, man left. Even, 4 down.
Hurry up. Here we go. 3.
Mike's 59.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Nice pick, nice pick.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line now.
Watch tight end. Hey.
All right, here we go.
Hey, we got four down.
From the shotgun, Peterman. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This one complete to Smallwood. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And oh, he coughed it up. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Tight end right, tight end
Let's
right.
go. Red 38. Red 38.
Four down, four down.
Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Kaiser on first down. And Anderson's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here we go. What? Flex round. Flex round.
Check.
They'll throw again. Kaiser.
Get up, Brown. Get up.
That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Detroit!
Mike is 59. Mike's at 59.
Off the play fake. Here's Peterman. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
The Bills on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue, leopard!
Out of the gun, Peterman. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Set! Green, 39!
Hey, boys,
Green!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now it's Peterman, flushed out right. And some room to work. Room to run inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Double tight. Hey, four down.
Now let's go.
59.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too.
Now let's go.
And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Leopard. Over. Hurry up, here we go.
Now Peterman on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Let's go. Flex round.
Even. 4 down.
Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Second down following the incompletion.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Here we go. What? 90.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Come on, let's go.
Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Come on, let's go.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go.
First down, Kaiser. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down, 3 down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
5-9. I know he ain't got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Check, 59, 59.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near.
Green 39. Green 39.
Kill,
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
There we go. Flex round.
A first down throw for Kaiser. Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. And he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So there on that play offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, How tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
A second down throw now for Kaiser. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Kaiser. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Bills on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here we go now.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Here's Matt Bosher now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
so for the Bills, they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a disappointing season as they wind up at 6-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.